Hello, it's Miriam from Blind Forest Tarot, and today I'm doing a reading on the sun's transit through Scorpio. So the sun moves into the sign of Scorpio, which is the sign of the scorpion, who evolves into the eagle, who evolves ultimately into the phoenix, after rising from the ashes through all the ways that life has tried to burn them down emotionally. So we're entering into a deep time of exploring our shadows and coming to deeper understand our sense of our soul's purpose. Amazing, because the sun is the sign of gifts, the ways we shine. And so a big light is being shone into your depths and inviting you to bring something forward. Wow. So the decks I'm using are my ultimate Scorpio set of Black and the Moon cards. We have the Memento Mori, Lenormand, and Oracle deck, Arcana of Astrology, and my Oracle of Oddities super deck, which I shuffled them all together, and finally the Antique Anatomy Tarot. So excited. These decks are kind of they have a sharp tongue, which is very Scorpio as well. But yeah, let's get right into it. What is the energy bringing us to Scorpio season? The shadow cards. So we start with 71, Rope. So yeah, you've come through a time where you've really been unraveling. These almost look like intestines. So you've been sort of spilling your guts, at least to yourself. And that's very much affirmed by 12th house, which is the house of, I like to say, spirituality, of secrets. Traditionally, it's called the house of self-undoing. So the 12th house covers the type of things that force you to go within and seek spirituality to sort of unpack the truths of some pretty intense stuff that has happened. And so our next shadow card is Awaken. So look at this. You are ready to blossom. You've got two skeletons here covered in a shroud, but they're coming back to life. And I love that there's actually a big full moon on here, because coming up on Halloween, we have an amazing full moon in Taurus that is going to be quite life-changing, I think, both on the small scale and the grand one, but there'll be another video for that. So our final shadow card is the Knight of Swords. And I love this. So yeah, you've come through a time where you felt quite unraveled, where you had to unpack your inner truths, but you awakened to realizing that it's time to do your own thing. The Knight of Swords is the knight that kind of doesn't care if he steps on other people's toes. He has an idea, he has a plan, and he is gunning for it. So this is you. You have really nailed something mentally, and you're ready to let fly. Wow-y. So our main reading, we start with, the cards were really talkative. They have been since Mercury retrograde started. The veil is very thin. But yeah, two cards came out of Memento Mori for the main reading, and they are number 66, Syringe, and number 26, Book. So yeah, you've been learning a lot about what you want to be injecting into your life. You have found some sort of remedy, basically through all that you've learned. And yeah, you're really ready to kind of heal things for yourself in a really important way. So that very much has to do with the 10th house. So we're kind of talking about career, but also about the legacy you want to be leaving behind. I love this green color of the heart chakra, which also has to do with the flow of abundance. But you're very receptive right now to, again, what you want to be doing with your life, who you want to be, what defines you. And Scorpio season is really going to find you closing in on that and sort of accessing greater fortune in general as a result. And so our final oracle cards, two cards came out of the Oracle of Oddities super deck, and those were Love and Vishuddha, the throat chakra. So a huge part of you unlocking this sense of purpose, this sense of having learned a lot and being ready to heal something, has to do with you realizing what your heart wants and you speaking that forward in a really empowered way. Yay. So what's going to be the theme of Scorpio season? And it's the Three of Pentacles, teamwork. Hello, love Vishuddha combo. Yeah, people are getting on the page with what you want to be doing with your life. And you are really poised to find your team this month. Amazing. So this full moon will really be illuminating a sense of teamwork, of people coming together and stabilizing kind of under the pressure. Because the main challenge of Scorpio season is the Ace of Pentacles, which isn't that much of a challenge at all, except in the sense that it's like, yeah, willing to be patient as these seeds grow, as you learn to communicate with your team even better, to bring your collective goals forward. So there's a big emphasis on the collective, on communities, being strengthened by coming together to share what each one of us has learned and bring it together almost into a book of how we're ready to heal together. So there's a big emphasis that there could be an important breakthrough surrounding what's going on globally right now. We may receive some important information about the direction coronavirus is headed and stuff like that. But things are very much on track to be actually stabilizing in the realms of home, of family, of finances, stuff like that. So very exciting, actually. Yeah, so how will Scorpio season help you evolve towards your soul's purpose? And we had two cards come out here again. The first one is the 10 of Wands, which is the card of like seeing the finish line in sight again for what you want to be doing with your career and with your life. The emphasis with the 10 of Wands is to figure out if you can lighten your load a bit, figure out a way to work smarter, not harder, because there's probably a lot on your plate right now. You've taken on a ton. There are people around to support you. And yeah, you're almost there. Keep at it for sure. Because our next card for how you will be evolving towards your soul's purpose is Temperance. You found such cool spiritual balance. So emphasis on the 12th house as one of the shadow cards. The spiritual routines that you've been establishing and tapping into are really helping you, again, find that balance. With the 10 of Wands, there's extra emphasis on maintaining your health, even as simply as like drinking more water, but listening to, any remaining conflicts and figuring out, again, how to lighten your load. But you have the philosophies that are going to take you really far at this point. And so just keep applying those because you are so on track to really start seeing some deep personal success, not only in work, but in your relationships. Amazing. So, what's our best advice moving through Scorpio season? A little bit of a change of tone. We start with the Tower. Whoa! So this full moon in Taurus, I'm sure is going to be, again, like I said, like life-changing. It's happening conjunct Uranus in Taurus, the planet of shocking change, of rebellion, of revolution. So eyes on the larger structures in the world around us starting to really crumble and fall. But we'll get by with a little help from our friends. The 3 of Cups is the advice card that came out with the Tower. So really lean into your supportive relationships. It will be fully illuminated which ones are not supportive at this point, and just be willing to let that ish go because you are ready to feel grounded and stable and to be surrounded by people who support you in the balance that you have found and are continuing to find. Wow. Yeah, there are people who want to help lighten your load. So keep your eyes, ears, and heart open to who those people are. Wow. So our higher self cards, what's our message of hope moving forward through Scorpio season? We start with Bear, number 15. So there's a giant emphasis on health here. You are becoming strong as a bear. You're kind of in like mama bear mode, whether you're male or female, ready to take care of the people who you know take care of you. And there's just a giant mutual energy of massive growth becoming possible. Wow. So our next higher self card is Vesta, the asteroid of the inner fire. So again, supreme emphasis on the spiritual pursuits you've been doing, really helping you recharge your personal batteries so that your passion can grow and expand and bring more just light and color into your life. You really are connecting with your sort of soul community at this point. And Scorpio season will be a really important time for strengthening those connections. So our next higher self card is transformation. Things are changing quickly. I love how our sort of corpse is half bone, half muscle, and then there's a tree growing out of his shoulder. So emphasis on powerful growth. What you've been filling your hands and time with is about to really blossom for you. And yeah, I love the 3 dragonflies here. So dragonflies are one of my main animal guides. They represent ancestral support rushing in to surround you, but they also represent ephemerality. If this year has taught us anything, it's that life is short. Dragonfly's life cycle is 1 day. And so, yeah, you're going to really be invited this Scorpio season to make awesome use of the time that you have here. And again, emphasis on, I love the matching colors between the dragonflies and the Vesta card here. You're bringing so much color into your life. We've got the orange and yellow of the sacral and solar plexus chakras, so you've been pouring creativity into your goals. We've got the blue of the throat chakra, so keep speaking your truth because you've really been learning how to do that. And the green of the heart chakra, so again, openness, receptivity, almost affirming that you have all the time you need to get everything you need to do done in perfect timing. Beautiful. Yeah, transformation. You've really been shifting your mindset, which is helping things along so much. So our final higher self card is the Chariot. So keep going. You have set your will on something, and that is exactly what it needs to be set on. You've already come through a time where you've made a really important decision about what you want for yourself, who your community is by your own definition. And that has got you laced up and ready to move forward in a gigantic way. 7 is the number of spirituality, of mastery, of creating magic in your life. And so that is exactly what's happening. You have grounded yourself so powerfully that, yeah, you're ready to really love on what you're doing. Yeah, amazing. So our final breakdown, we had 3 major arcana cards. So yeah, you're really ready to nurture, keep creating, keep communicating. The 3 majors add up to 37, which is a 10 numerologically, which is the number of the Wheel of Fortune. So much is changing for you, and you can really trust that the wheel is turning in your favor at this point because you are so powerfully connected with your personal truth, and you're saying what you mean, Knight of Swords style. Come what may, yeah, bring on the tower to people who are not supporting you in what you want to be doing, because you know who your team is, you know who your friends are, and you can really lean into that support. So we had, yes, the gap numbers in the reading, 2, 8, and 9, which add up to 19. So the sun in Scorpio is ready to really find the sun coming up on your life. Yeah, in the wake of this amazing full moon that all eyes should sort of be on for the shifts you've been waiting for to transpire. So that's it for today. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if the reading resonates with you. You can share the video if you like. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, you can check out my Etsy shop. The link will be below. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram, where I share daily readings and tidbits about my spiritual journey. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Happy Scorpio season. Until next time, keep your hearts open, keep your eyes on the skies, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.